This is Fearless Beauties, a podcast dedicated to developing voices of color in the beauty industry. We are talking to estheticians, skin specialists, and business owners to uncover best skin practices, tactical career tips, and ultimately, how we can create a better beauty industry together. I'm your host, Taylor Phillip.
And I'm your other co-host, Alyna Velez. Welcome to the latest episode of the Fearless Beauties podcast.
Hello, welcome to episode 14, season 2 of the Fearless Beauties podcast, where we are diving into beauty industry tech. Yes, I am your host, Taylor, of course, from Taylor Budgets.
And I am your co-host, Alyna Velez.
Yes, we are so excited to get into this. Let's just be transparent, Alyna. This is going to be interesting. Let's just say.
Are robots taking over the world, Taylor?
They're taking over. I have definitely seen robot dogs around. Don't know why they are here, but they're here and they're taking over. So let's see what the beauty industry has for us. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I feel like we live in a generation where technology is just it. Like, we should not be surprised.
It's so futuristic.
It's ridiculously futuristic. And for me, I am not a tech person.
Yeah. We're old school.
Yeah. And I'm 27 and I feel like I should know all about it, but I don't. I'm pretty old school. I like to go to stores and pick out things and talk to people. But now there's personless shopping and no human interaction. So we're definitely going to get into that a little bit. And just the technological advancements happening in this industry.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. And I think there's a place for everything, right? There's nothing wrong with being old school and wanting that experience and, that human interaction. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't think that human interaction will ever go away with experiences like this. I think that this will just be an option for people. So, for instance, robots are tapping into the nail business with advanced technology. This technology, it uses 3D cameras to paint a full set of nails in 10 minutes. Okay, that's 30 to 40 seconds per nail.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called a manicure. The Robo Mani is only available in San Francisco and at 30 Rockefeller Plaza in New York. And surprisingly, it only costs $8 for a basic service or $10 if you want a top coat.
That is crazy.
And I actually watched a YouTube video on it. So in my mind, when I'm thinking robots are going to be doing my nails, I'm thinking of kind of like a person looking robot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, it's actually just kind of like a computer looking thing that is just more of like a machine that you put your hand in.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give a visual a little bit. You put your hand in and I don't think it cuts your cuticles or anything. It just strictly paints your nails.
Right.
And you put your hand in and then you say ready. And then the robot starts painting your nails.
No freaking way.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
It is cool. Okay, so I was thinking, for me, I would probably do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't want to talk to people. I don't, if I just need my nails done. I just want to be in and out. 10 minutes, $8, I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. I do acrylics for my nails, so of course it takes a little bit longer, but I hate to say this, but I hate the human interaction part of it. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want the small talk, and I just want to get my nails done. And going to the nail salon has actually become a chore because of the wait time and, oh, what color do you want? Do you want design? How's the kids? Are you in school? I know it sounds bad, but sometimes when you just want to get your nails done, or you're busy, or you're a mom and you don't have much time, you just want to get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
This technology is for those people who just, like you said, want to get in and out. And I think that's okay.
There was kind of a good analogy that I ran across that was like, this version of a manicure would be like your fast food. Okay. And then your going to the salon would be a sit down restaurant.
Yes,
There's room in this world for both.
there is.
But, there's something for everybody.
And what did you say it was called again?
It is called Clockwork,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay, because I looked up the same thing, the Clockwork manicure, and
Mhm.
I was thinking, like, I love their catchphrase, "No slip ups, no slow down, no small talk." I
Oh,
love it so
yeah.
much because I hate getting my nails done. I don't like the small talk, and sometimes when they do my nails and I see a little slip up, I'm like, "Ugh, I don't really feel like telling them about it because it's gonna add more time."
Mhm.
So I'd rather just like live with it. But with this, it's a robot. It's meant to be perfect. So
Yeah.
there's no slip ups.
Mhm. Yeah, there's, engineers at, Dyson that are experimenting with technology, and they're programming robots to dry and style hair too.
Yes. And doesn't Dyson have like hair dryers and things like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they've got that viral one that's like I don't even remember what it's called because I'm not a hair person, but I'm sure you've seen it too. It's wild.
Which I think is awesome that they're doing. I mean, hey. And for me, when it comes to technology, I'm always thinking like, it just never ceases to amaze me. I'm always wondering what's next. Like, for example, what can Apple come up with now? Like, I feel like they've come up
Yeah.
with every single thing, but they just never stop amazing me at what they come up with. So I think it's just going to be this endless thing of ridiculousness, but I guess in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be dope. I can't wait to see what years from now what these brands come up with. Like you I don't know, you could purchase a robot to do your hair for you at your house. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, aside from nails and hair, they're also working on robots for, lash extension application.
Oh boy.
Yep.
I saw that.
Yeah, in Oakland, actually, they're doing this, and a woman experienced it, and she was pleasantly surprised. She described the experience as the actual feeling of it reminded me of when my kids were little and they would give you butterfly kisses.
Mhm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's like a massage for your lashes.
Yeah.
The brand is called Loom Lash, Luum Lash, and I was all up and down their Instagram. Like you mentioned, they're only in Oakland, California right now. I was looking at a reel of it being done, and it's basically a robot doing your lashes. So the first thing that I thought was, what about the lash technicians?
Yes. I know so many women in general. I know a couple guys too, but single mothers that are feeding their kids and making a living off of doing lashes and doing hair and doing nails and doing aesthetics. And I'm trying to be open minded about it because I think what it comes down to with things like this is going to be the personal experience and
Mhm.
the really customized, detailed, for me being an advanced esthetician, a lot of people come to me for advice or once they lay down on the table, they just kind of start talking about life and it's a therapy session. I know a lot of people can relate to that.
Definitely.
Guess what? You're not going to get that with a robot. Okay.
No.
At least not right now, at least,
Yes.
I'm sure they're working on talking robots.
Right, like the artificial intelligence of it all, like,
Mhm.
"How are you doing
Mhm.
today?"
There are robot devices that are, for instance, this one called Eon, by Dominion Aesthetics. It's a targeted fat reduction that has a touchless technology
Mhm.
and uses precision robotics to simultaneously deliver laser energy to the targeted area, right? And so I'm licensed to perform treatments like this, and I don't know how I feel about a robot administering a class 4 laser. like
Right.
like any technology, there are going to be hiccups. You throw in a class 4 laser, I don't know. I have wild images in my head of what could go wrong.
The simple fact that we can write a whole paper and the paper just disappear on us because of technology. What happens when we put a dangerous mechanism in a robot's hands?
Mhm.
That's very true. I would never do that.
I per I personally think humans will always do it better.
I love that. That can be like a whole slogan. Humans will always do it better. I
I'm gonna
mean,
trademark it.
right. No, honestly, you should because it's, I mean, there are some people who will definitely do it. There's a market out
Right,
there.
right.
Like you mentioned, the human interaction or the job loss that's going to come with it. Like I feel
Mhm.
no matter how much I just want to get in and out, I would never want anyone to lose their job because robots are coming in. Like I feel like I'm being a little like one-sided with this, but it's honestly the first thing I thought of was the job loss and
Yeah,
like the marketing of it all. How do individuals even market themselves anymore with the competition of this? Or
right.
the people working at the Loom Lash, because I was thinking, are there lash artists there? And they said that, like, is there a human involved with the lash process at all anymore at Loom? They said that there is an experienced lash technician there to consult with you on what style you would like beforehand. So you go in, oh, what would you like? What lash style? They'll plug it into the robot, and then
Mhm.
the robot would do it. And then after, they'll make sure that it was done correctly, like everything's good. How does that technician even market themselves? Like, "Yes, I'm a lash technician, but I don't do them."
Right. Well, and then I think about the whole licensure, all the money that we pour into our education and our continued education. And I mean, this robot is just programmed and that's it. I think it really takes away from the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into your craft.
Yeah, it takes the fun out of it as well.
Hmm.
Like, I'm just thinking like, how do you even tip? I'm a big tipper, so
Right.
who do I tip? You know?
Yep.
And I'm just like, I know it kinda sounds silly, but honestly, I think those things like, do I tip this lash technician who really had nothing to do with it?
Heck no.
Right. So it's like a lot of entrepreneurs, they make a lot of their money from tips.
Hmm.
So what now? So I mean, it's still in the process. Like you mentioned, it's still in Oakland. So,
Hmm.
you know, but I have no doubt that in a year or two's time, it's going to be all over the world.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what do aesthetic entrepreneurs do about this?
Right, right. It's got its pros and cons. Try not to freak out about it right now.
Yeah. They say that the service costs $160 for a full set of lashes and
Mhm.
$85 for refills. So yes, you can go back to Loom and get a refill on your lashes.
Hmm.
You're in the industry. How much does it cost for a full set of lashes? Do you know?
I feel like, okay, I might be wrong, but because I don't do lashes personally, I feel like that's pretty standard actually as far as
Okay.
pricing if you're getting like a classic set, like kind of a more natural set, but like the more mega dramatic sets can be up to 200, 250. I think, just depending if they're like me. I think that's pretty standard, which
Okay.
I feel like it should be lower if a robot's doing it. That's just me because I like, comparative to like the manicure thing being $10 in 10 minutes. I mean,
Mhm.
a manicure in a salon is going to be like 35. And so that's a significant price difference in my eyes.
That is very true. I also had like I was wondering about the safety of it all.
Mhm.
And the CEO of Loom, Nathan Harding, says that the robots, they use feather weight ultra delicate wands. So they're designed to break away to prevent injuries if anything unexpected happens. So if you were to sneeze or something during a session, like you move or you're thrust your face or anything like that, the wands, they'll just fall off immediately. So
Mm,
that's the worst that can happen. So that's not bad.
that's reassuring.
It is. It certainly is. I'm not a lash girl. I've never worn lashes other than when I was in the 2 weddings I was in. Those are the only times I ever worn lashes. So I don't think I would necessarily do this, but I do like the time aspect of it all.
Right. Right. Less of a chore. Yeah.
Like it's done in a couple minutes. They said 30 minutes or less. So it's a quarter of the time that it will take if a human were doing it.
Right. Well, on the other side of things, with AI and AR technology being more of kind of like a digital strategy for shoppers, the whole online shopping experience has really evolved. And I personally don't do a ton of shopping online, but I know I have done a couple like foundation matches, even things like trying on jewelry. You can like take a picture of your hand and then, it's gonna put the jewelry on you. And same thing with the makeup. It's gonna, take a little selfie and then you can like try on these different things. And I guess I just didn't realize, I didn't put two and two together that is artificial intelligence and that's kind of a robot like analyzing my face. So I think we've kind of been transitioning into this direction of artificial intelligence and robots in the beauty industry and we just didn't even realize.
Definitely. Yeah. I thought the same thing and they were saying that it kind of emerged like this whole digital transformation in the beauty industry from the pandemic, of course. And
Mhm.
I can say that as being true. Like you, I don't do a lot of online shopping. I feel like I should because of, my toddler, like let's avoid stores at all costs. But I like the whole going in the stores, browsing and such.
Touching it, feeling it,
Right.
smelling it.
Just
Yeah.
getting out of the house, simply
Mhm.
some air. But at the same time, I realized that I have, like, done some online shopping at Target, and, of course, like, at the top of the screen, it will tell you which aisle you can actually purchase this item if you were to go in the store. So that's AI working because I'm sure it takes some type of robotic mechanism to get the floor plan of the store and then plug it into an algorithm. I feel like I sound so, like, techie, but plug it into an algorithm and it shows you based off the store you choose which aisle it's in. So I think that's awesome. I've never really used it because like I mentioned, I like to browse. Like
Mhm.
I know everything at my Target because I am a Target freak, but I still like to browse. Like I know where
Yeah.
I can find it, but I like to, let's go to the home section and then let's go to the
Mhm.
opposite side where the books and stuff are. Like I like to do that. But for those people who like to be in and out, they can use that and say, okay, this I have my list and this is the aisle that it's in. So let's just rip and run to those aisles. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So I did like a little deep dive on what AI and AR actually is because
Ooh.
your girl didn't know. So for anyone who wants to know, but AI is of course artificial intelligence. So it kind of refers to the use of algorithms and statistical models to perform tasks without instructions. But
Mm.
AR is augmented reality. And it's the experience that combines both digital and physical environments. So, an example they gave was like filters on Snapchat, TikTok, and Instagram. Like,
Mm.
these filters are getting wild. Like, they will
Yeah.
alter your whole face, they will alter the background of where you
Yeah.
are. Or, like, if you're on Zoom and you can just take the background out, blur it out, and you can be in like a Hawaiian destination or on a beach somewhere or have the Eiffel Tower in the back
Mhm.
of you, like, that's that. And then I I was on my phone and I was like, "Oh, let me go on the Ulta app and see if they have anything that has technology in it."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
the app has this thing called Glam Lab. So you can virtually try on thousands of products to match and swatch from makeup, false lashes, hair color, and brow shape. So all you need is like to make sure you give access to your camera to it. And I was trying on like all types of lashes. And I was like, you know what? This is cool because you try it on and then you just like, oh, those are the lashes that I liked. And then let me put it in my cart and you can have it delivered to you or you can go and pick it up. Like it's just the craziness.
Well, and it's like if you had went to the store, you couldn't try on the lashes. Like that's
No.
just absurd. So what a cool way to be able to try something out without the commitment.
Exactly. I like that,
Yeah.
the commitment. Yeah. So it just makes things a lot easier for people.
Mhm.
And then they also have this thing like they'll warn you, your lighting, like you need to get in better lighting because it's going to give you the full effect. So just make sure you're in good lighting when you're doing this whole virtual try on thing, which is awesome. And like
Yeah.
aside from the beauty industry, like I was shopping for a rug a couple weeks ago and like you could go on the website and try the rug on in your room. So you just like take a picture of your room and it'll like put the rug in the room. And Amazon has that too.
Yeah.
Amazon, it's like crazy.
It is crazy.
I love the convenience of it. I guess I was just thinking about like the whole shopping experience of it all because I remember years ago I would go into Sephora or Ulta and I would have employees swarm like
That's the worst.
right. Yeah, because, "Oh, do you need
You're
help
like,
with
"I
this?"
don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for
Right.
something."
Right. "Do you need help with this? Do you need help with that? Do you want me to help you match your shade, your foundation, like blah, blah, blah. Let's try on this concealer. Oh, this is your shade." And, you know, it's helpful,
Sure.
but if some people don't like that, you can now turn to this virtual situation.
The metaverse.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I
Mm.
think I went into Ulta a couple weeks ago because I needed more foundation. Like, I know my foundation shade now, I don't need help, but literally, no employee asked for my help or, like, asked if I
Mm.
needed help, and
Mm.
I honestly think it's because they are used to people like, "Yeah, no, I know exactly what I need." "Oh, yeah, I tried it on online," or, "Yeah, I know my shade from, like, the online thing or the app," or whatever. Like, I think they're just used to that now.
Thinking about job loss and stuff, I just feel like people need to be really mindful of, look, if we want stores to, stay in business as far as like in physical form, there's got to be a balance with the
Right.
online shopping and in-store shopping, because I just feel like if everybody's just shopping online, then yeah, they're going to start closing down doors, and
Exactly.
there's not going to be anywhere to get out the house and go on weekends. You're going to have to go on your phone and buy whatever you need.
Yeah, like, even simply, like, the grocery stores, Walmart, it's becoming more self-checkout than anything.
Mhm. Yep.
And now Five and Below, do you guys have a Five and Below in
I
Oregon?
don't think so. Mm-mm.
Oh, girl. Okay. Five and Below is like this amazing store where everything is $5 or below, of course.
Oh,
It's an amazing thing, and it's not like dollar store
quality.
level. It's not yeah, quality. It's some good stuff that will last you, and everything's Five and Below. Toys, home decor, T-shirts, you name it. Phone cases,
Nice.
all that stuff. But they went from, like, having actual cashiers to everything being self-checkout. There are no more cashiers. I mean,
Mm.
I like it, but like you said, if like economy, like how
Mhm.
job loss, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if everything is run by computers, people are just gonna lose their jobs. It's just it is what it is, and I hate that. But yeah, just, like, how do we balance the whole human interaction with the whole robots? So
Support local. Support small
yes!
business.
I love
right?
that. I'm so glad you said that. Yes. Because there's a lot of small businesses who are creating things you can find in stores. Go shop with
Mhm.
them. They're
Mhm.
handmade, they're made with love, you
Yeah.
know? Go shop
Yeah.
local. I love that.
Yeah,
And there's
definitely.
a lot of small businesses who are selling lashes now and
Mhm.
things. So,
So
yeah.
many things. So many things.
Yeah. So, that is I'm so glad you mentioned that. Like, that's a good balance right there. Shop local.
Yeah.
I love that. Support small businesses.
Yes, please.
Anything else? I feel like we pretty much touched on everything.
Yeah, I think so too. I loved your breakdown of the AR and AI.
Yeah, I feel like we all know technology is taking over the world, but we can still find a balance somewhere in there. So
Mhm.
it's just
Yeah.
finding the balance. Support local, like Alyna said.
Support your local esthetician.
Right. My mom was saying, I think I need to go get a facial, like hand and stone or something. And I was like,
No.
Mom, I literally almost killed her. I was like, Mom, no, go to a local esthetician, please.
Yeah,
She was
find
like,
her one
"Oh,
on
yeah."
Instagram.
Yeah, I was like she's like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Mom, I never wanna hear you say that ever again." Like,
Not
please.
no shade,
Right.
but,
Help the world go round, like,
yes,
th
at the end of the day, that's a big corp, right?
these estheticians work hard for their licensing and just help them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Let's take a flight to Oregon and we can go to Spectrum.
Yes! Now we're talking. Now we're
Right.
talking. We'll take good care of you guys over here, for
I
sure.
know that is one of the things I definitely wanna do. So I one day I'm, like, gonna surprise Mary because my mom was just telling me the other day, "When are you gonna go visit Mary?" I'm like, "I think I'm just gonna go and just surprise her." Like,
You know what? We might surprise you. I don't know what's gonna come first.
you never
Just
know.
throwing that out there.
I know. I haven't seen Mary since 2020. Right before the pandemic, we went to Atlanta for a Fearless Beauties tabling,
Oh, okay.
and that was February of 2020, and, the pandemic hit March 2020, so it was crazy.
Mm, yeah.
But
We need
anyway.
a link up. A link up would be fun.
Yes. Well, that's all, folks. We hope you learned some things. Gave you a chuckle of what to expect in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, and if anyone's ever in Oakland, I say go try out Loom,
Mhm.
and
Or
give
San Fran, go get you a little manicure.
right, and try it
Yeah.
out, write a review on your Instagram, and yeah, we would love to see it. Tag us just in case you do. So yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Awesome.
Okay, so that is it. As always, you can find us at Fearless Beauties on Instagram, Facebook, fearlessbeauties.com. You can find me, Taylor, at Taylor Budgets.
And you can find me, Alyna, on Instagram at True Skin Lab.
Yeah, and of course, our Fearless Beauties matriarch, Mary, at Your Etsy Godmother. So
Yeah.
yeah, until
Awesome.
next time, bye.
Bye.